Oh man, you won't believe the latest news. So Mike Tyson, the legendary boxer we all know, apparently attacked Jake Paul during a sparring session, and it ended with Jake getting knocked out. Seriously, it's all over the internet and people can't stop talking about it. Let me break it down for you. All right, imagine this. Mike Tyson, even at his age, is still an absolute powerhouse in the boxing scene. We've all seen his past fights, and the guy's a beast. Now, Jake Paul, who's been making a name for himself as a YouTube star turned boxer, decides to spar with Tyson. Sounds intense, right? It was supposed to be just a regular training session, but things got heated real quick.
It's been 4 years in this sport, and I've done more to it than any boxer in the history of the sport. So in due time, sir, I will be fighting for a world championship, and I will be shutting you the up and making you eat your own words, just like the rest of these punks.
From what I've read floating around, Jake started out pretty confident. I mean, he's been training hard and has even won some matches, so he probably thought he could handle it. But Tyson, oh boy, Tyson wasn't holding back. As soon as the bell rang, Tyson went into beast mode. You could see the difference in their experience and skill level almost immediately. Tyson's punches were like lightning, fast and powerful. Jake tried to keep up, but it was clear he was out of his league. The way Tyson moved, it was like he was back in his prime. It didn't take long before Jake got caught with a brutal combination, and down he went, knocked out cold. The footage is insane. You can see the moment Jake realizes he's in over his head, and then, bam, it's lights out. People are buzzing about this for a few reasons. First, it's Mike Tyson. Anytime he's involved in something, it's big news.
I watched your training video. I know you're in super shape. You're going into this fight. You're nearly twice as old as this guy. Is that an advantage for him? Younger, faster. Although you look, you looked like you were on your A game in the video. I mean, do you feel?
I don't think he's faster than me.
How hard are you training?
I train every day.
Okay, how many hours a day are you training?
I take it serious. Listen, it's the whole day. The process goes through the whole day. I get up in the morning, do the road work, then I go to the gym at 1, then I go to the strength and conditioning guy, then it starts all over again.
Yeah. So Jake Paul is saying he wants to be a world champion. He says you're the greatest heavyweight champion ever, the baddest man on the planet, and the most dangerous boxer of all time. This will be the fight of a lifetime. You've had a chance to assess Jake Paul. What do you think of his boxing ability?
I think he's came a long way from YouTubing. And listen, I seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's going to be greatly mistaken.
Let's talk about, there's been a lot of rumors out there about the fight that maybe you're going to have 18-ounce gloves, you're going to be wearing headgear. Any truth to any of that?
No, not true at all. Not true. Not true. No true. This is called an exhibition. But if you look up exhibition, you will not see any of the laws that we're fighting under. This is a fight.
You're going in, this is a real fight, and you're going in to win this fight.
Listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
But also, Jake Paul has been so vocal about his boxing ambitions and has taken on some decent opponents. This was like a reality check for him. Facing influencers and retired athletes is one thing, but going up against a true boxing legend like Tyson, that's a whole different ballgame. The reactions online have been all over the place. Some people are saying this is exactly what Jake needed, a humbling experience to show him that he's not invincible. Others are concerned about how he'll bounce back from such a brutal knockout. It's not just a physical recovery, it's a mental one too. Getting knocked out can mess with a fighter's confidence big time. But knowing Jake Paul, he's not the type to back down easily. He's got that persistent, almost stubborn streak in him. I wouldn't be surprised if this just fuels his fire even more. Maybe he'll take this as a lesson, double down on his training, and come back stronger. Or, who knows, maybe he'll rethink his career path and focus on something else. It's hard to say at this point. What's really fascinating is how this whole thing bridges the gap between the old-school boxing world and the new wave of influencer boxing. It's like two worlds colliding. On one hand, you've got the traditionalists who respect the art and history of boxing, and on the other, you've got this new generation who's bringing a whole different kind of energy and audience to the sport. This sparring match was a perfect example of that clash. I've been talking to a few friends about it, and opinions are mixed. Some think Jake should have known better than to step in the ring with someone like Tyson. It's like, what was he thinking? But others admire his guts. It takes a lot of courage to face someone of Tyson's caliber, especially knowing the risk involved. There's also a lot of speculation about what this means for both of them moving forward. Tyson's always been a bit of an enigma. He's had his ups and downs, and he's been through so much in his career and personal life. This sparring session shows that he's still got that fire in him.
Frankly, you are too old to be fighting a guy who's 28.
Well, I'm beautiful. That's all I can say.
How is the training camp going? Because we see the 30-second clips with Rafael Cordero and your whole team, but could you give us a little more insight into how things are going?
I'm doing great, but my body's right now. I'm sore. Yeah, I'm really sore.
I think you're playing possum.
No, I wish.
And Mike wanted this. Mike wanted it to be a pro fight. He wants the war. And so I respect that. I respect them for taking this fight, for stepping up to try to put an end to me. Because that's what all these fighters have been trying to do, is end the YouTuber. And if Mike can do that, then he's a hero.
Is that the goal here? Are you trying to put an end to Jake Paul?
Well, no, I really like Jake a lot, you know, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
For sure, I think it's 50-50, you know? I truly believe that there's a lot of people who, you know, see me as an arrogant ass. I can be sometimes, but I'm just having fun and entertaining the world. And I do think that the older generation wants people to see Mike knock me out, but at the end of the day, I also have the kids, the middle schoolers, the high schoolers, the college students rooting for me and want to see me and Mike. He's a killer, he's a warrior. He's been doing this his whole entire life, so it's second nature to him. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've been doing it at a super high level, but on July 20th, I'm going to show the world that I can outbox Mike Tyson and prove everyone wrong and show that I will be the one doing the killing.
So you heard Mike. Mike says you're making a mistake. What do you say?
Man, I think he's underestimating me. I truly think that. And it's a heavyweight fight. So, you know, he's the bigger man, but I'm the faster man. He's the much stronger man, but I'm fresh. He's experienced. I'm smart, but in the ring, he may be smarter. So it's a really interesting matchup, but I think the whole world and a lot of people see his training videos. And yes, he looks like a beast. He's a dog. He's Iron Mike Tyson, but I believe I have what it takes to beat him, and I know this is the toughest test of my life, and it's an honor to be in there with Mike, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one who gets my hand raised.
All right, we will see. I know I'll be watching along with millions of other people. You know how he likes to get inside on people. That's his move. Feint, get inside, kidney, uppercut. I mean, you've seen the results. I don't know if you want to give away your game plan on live TV, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. He's the bigger man, so you're right. He's going to be getting inside. I'm probably going to be at Chick-fil-A with Mr. Trump trying to gain weight for this fight, but I believe that I have the faster feet and the faster hands, so I'm going to be working angles. And you know, I don't mind. Mike can have the game plan. I'm still going to win.
Maybe this will lead to more high-profile matches or even exhibitions for Tyson. The guy clearly still has what it takes to draw a crowd and make headlines. As for Jake, it's a pivotal moment. If he can come back from this, it'll show a lot about his character and determination.
Who did he knock out? Who did he knock out? Little children. He didn't never knocked out a real man. Come on.
He's questioning your power, Jake. He's saying you haven't knocked out a legitimate fighter of his ilk.
He didn't knock out Tommy Fury.
Your response to that, Jake?
Hey, look, he's right. I can't stand here and say I did those things, but what I promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time.
Mike, let me ask you this. For the 200 million who will be watching this fight around the world, well over 80,000 people that will be in AT&T Stadium, what can you guarantee these people they will get on July 20th when you step in the ring with Jake Paul?
Listen, we're here. We did enough talking. I'm ready to fight.
Jake Paul, same question. For these people who come out, they're gonna pay their hard-earned money to AT&T Stadium. They're gonna get to see you, Mike Tyson, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, H2O Sil. What can you guarantee they're gonna get for their money on July 20th?
The gods sent us for a war of the ages, and I respect Mike. He's a legend. But it's time. It's my time now. There's a reason why I have the same birthday as Cus D'Amato, because I'm gonna teach you how to fucking box, Mike.
Okay.
Folks, that's the main event.
I can't even get mad at this guy because everybody know this guy's talking out of his ass. I can't even get mad at this guy.
It's one thing to talk big and call people out, but it's another to take a hit like this and keep going. This could be a defining moment in his career, one way or another. And let's not forget the fans. Boxing purists might scoff at the whole influencer boxing trend, but you can't deny that it's bringing a lot of new eyes to the sport.
Earlier this week, Mike Tyson has been announced a return to boxing. I know in the past you said you didn't want him to fight again. You tried to talk him out of fighting again. Have you spoken to him about this one?
He gets mad when I do this, but Mike's 60, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Who gives a shit what I think? It's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson, you know, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what he can go in there and put together a training camp and come in, and you know, I don't like to see guys fighting it. Be a 31-year age difference during that fight. Just you guys know what I think of that stuff.
That said, it is on Netflix, which is a new development, right? Them getting into live sports. Obviously, you have a TV deal coming up soon.
I think that Netflix should have gotten into live sports years ago. I think they're late to the game, but they are a force. They're a force, man. And when you look at the amount of homes that they're in worldwide, you guys heard me talk about this show Reacher. I posted about it. I love that show. I hate fucking TV. I don't watch any TV shows, hardly ever. Don't watch movies anymore. But I love the show Reacher, right? I can watch Reacher whenever I want to. I can watch it when I get home. I can watch it next week. Right? Live sports like this event tonight, you had to watch tonight. As all these massive streaming companies start to get bigger and bigger, they have to be involved in live sports.
Safe to say you'll be talking to them when your TV deal comes up?
I'm sure we'll be talking to everybody.
Events like this get people talking, watching, and maybe even getting interested in boxing who wouldn't have otherwise.
I don't maybe know if Mike is underestimating me or not. I don't think he is necessarily. I think the rest of the world is.
That's true.
Like, just based off of the comments and like literally 100,000 comment posts where it's like Jake is getting fucking cremated if he loses. If
People
Mike
tell
loses,
me in
it's
person.
rigged.
People
Yeah.
tell me in person.
Yeah.
I have to go back. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? My brother's gonna kick.
People come up to me and like kind of ease into the conversation, like, oh, like, have you seen those like videos? He's looking pretty good.
Still believes you though. My dad said he think you got it.
Sick.
Valid.
Well, at least there's like 30 or 40 people that believe I'm gonna win. And Jasper's dad.
Let's go.
It's weird that we even talking about it.
100%.
Guy from Disney is going to fight Mike Tyson, the YouTube kid.
Yeah, I know.
mean, if Tyson can have a flashback to the glory days, if there's just like a moment where he
We
just
got to land one.
sees a combination and empties it on him, that would be wild to watch. If he's physically capable of recapturing 70% of what he used to do, just dealing with that with probably 90% of the power. 70% of the physical ability and 90% of the power, because the power's not gone. You see it when he hits a bag.
Yeah, he's
You
still
see-
got the power.
The power's there, 100%. I gotta think, Mike Tyson in his prime. Go back and watch some of those early days. He's just coming at you.
Yeah, he was
He's just
sick.
moving. There's just so much to calculate, and then bombs are coming your way, and you're trying to hit it with jabs. Like,
I just want to make it clear that Mike Tyson was the one who wanted it to be a pro fight. Mike got into training camp, called up people on my team, and we're like, let's do a pro fight. Netflix was like, let's make it a pro fight. If that's what Mike wants, then that's fine. But make sure you tell Mike there's no holding back. This is war now. I respect him as the legend, and I'm going to put him down.
It's shaking things up for sure. So, what do you think? Can Jake Paul bounce back from this knockout?
When you do something, it starts to become a habit. When you're a loser, it becomes a habit. And that's been the case so far for Tyrant. So what does he have here? What career does he have ahead of him? I'm 24 years old. I could take over the world. I could become the next Muhammad Ali at the rate this is going.
Or is this the end of his boxing dreams? And what about Tyson? Will we see more of him in the ring? It's a wild story.